Big changes coming to Marvel Snap, and in this video, we're talking about the new game mode, Conquest Mode, that is coming very soon. We also have some changes in the way that you can acquire cards and the token shop, which may be a little bit of a step backwards for players that are not finished with Pool 3. We also have changes to rank mode, infinite mode, and everything else in this latest dev update. And if you're ready for all of that, Valley Club, you need to find that like button. Let's go snap it!
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, what is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the Valley Snap channel. We are back. We're actually still on vacation, but I did want to make this video because the internet's been a little hit and miss here. We haven't gotten as many videos as I wanted to do while I was away, but did want to make this before we got back because we did have a roadmap come out a few days ago, and I did want to give my reaction to that. But if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe for more great Marvel Snap content. But let's go right into this blog post and see what the devs have to say. So this is the first roadmap for 2023, and there are more things coming. So the items here are from the final phase in development, and they're almost ready to release. They could be coming in this next update, which is scheduled, I think, for next week. We have something going on today, but I think we have they're releasing a lot of these changes next week. Our quality assurance team scrape over all the little details to ensure we have a smooth experience for players. Once the features are coming soon, we can start to plan release dates and share them with the players. So we're going to talk about Conquest Mode, card acquisition, token shop revamp, and some changes to rank mode and the infinite rank. First thing up is Conquest Mode. It's taking the battle mode format and taking us to the next level and giving us some rewards that we could play for as well. Winning a series of battle without a loss unlocks tickets to get to higher leagues, and that'll get you access to tougher opponents and even more rewards, culminating Infinity League at the end of each season, and players will battle their way to the top to claim the ultimate victory and the best rewards. So when you start a Conquest match, you're going to choose what league you want to enter. The Proving Grounds, Bronze, Gold, Silver, and Vibranium, and Infinite. Proving Grounds is always available to play, but you need the corresponding tickets if you want to get to these higher tiers. So you can earn these tickets by winning a series of matches, 3 matches in particular in the previous tier, and you'll get you your next gold ticket. So if you won 3 matches in the silver, for example, you would get the ticket that you compete in the gold league. Now, in addition to getting these tickets to access these higher leagues, you can also get these medals, and they can be used in the new Conquest shop that is coming. There's a new shop every season with cosmetics, including a seasonal exclusive variant that it can only be unlocked during the Conquest shop. So if you want that variant, you're going to need to play this Conquest mode. They think battle mode is a fun way to play Marvel Snap, and Conquest lets you build a battle mode whenever you want against the best competition for the best reward. So this is a good thing. The token shop revamp. This one seemed like it was good on the surface, but as more and more details started coming out, seems like it could be not as good for players that are brand new or in the mid game that are not outside of Pool 3. So the token shop is a way they could target the cards that we want the most, but they think you could do even better, and they're dividing the token shop in a few different sections to allow players to target new desirable cards faster, and revamping the look and feel of the token shop so you can swipe through and see what's new. So the weekly spotlight. So what's going to happen whenever a new Series 5 card is released, it's immediately featured on its own section in the first week during the first week in Marvel Snap. When you buy the spotlight card, the session will be hidden until a new card is released. And if you want the newest cards at release, this is what you've been waiting for. So if you have an abundance of collector tokens, you have those 6,000 tokens ready to go for every new card, this is gonna be a good thing for you. There's a Series 4 and 5 section. This section functions nearly the same as previously, but features only Series 4 and Series 5 cards. The new section will feature a card you don't currently own from all available Series 4 and 5 cards, and rotates every 8 hours, so not much changes to this section if you're already out of Pool 3. We also having ultimate variants in this section, different section, and that is where you could get these variants and cards that look really good. So these ultimate variants, the most epic variants in the game, they feel deserve their own section. I think this is a good thing as well. So good changes to the token shop if you're outside of Pool 3. But what happens here, you only get one card per season if you're out of Pool 3. The rest of the rotation is going to be for Series 4 and 5 cards. And I think this is a very big step backwards. Previously, with every time you get 1,000 tokens, you could get a new Series 3 card, which can really increase your deck. And because it only costs 1,000 instead of the 3,000 or 6,000, you can get more and more cards to complete your Pool 3 collection and give you faster access to this. The change that they don't describe here is not great if you're not outside of Pool 3. And it's going to actually, seems like it's going to make these acquiring cards take longer. So hopefully they go back on what they said about that. It's not said here, but it's said in other comments by the devs. So hopefully they do go back on that and make acquiring these Series 3 cards even easier if you're still not complete with Series 3. Rank modes. So they've been hearing feedback about rank mode. It's really time to make some changes. Rank mode, it's a tough feature to get right, and we want to find a way to find the right balance with some additional iteration. We're making a few updates before our next season, with which will address additional issues with player feeling unable to progress or feel that they're not facing worthier opponents. So yeah, and it doesn't feel good if you're playing for like a day and you actually lose rank because done some bad battles, and so you've like played for a few days and you haven't really made progress. So hopefully with these new changes, it feels good if you want to just have a fun match. And hopefully with that new Conquest mode, we could also do some other things there as well. But they're going to change the matchmaking here, and we're improving matchmaking algorithm to create higher quality matches for all players, including an update that will prevent players from matching against an opponent more than 30 ranks away. And I didn't know that there was that big of a variance in the matchmaking, so glad that they're fixing that. I didn't realize how bad it was, because sometimes you can't really see where your opponent, where you can't see where your opponents are ranked, but sometimes you could see those card backs and see that they've actually gotten to infinite. Infinite MMR for when someone reaches an infinite rank, we'll take a snapshot of their MMR matchmaking rating for the rest of their season. Their MMR cannot fall below that value. It can go up, but it can't go below that value. This change is to address players that could intentionally lose many games at the infinite rank to drop their MMR for the next season. You'll still be able to increase your MMR while playing in infinite rank. So it can go up, just can't go down after you reach infinite. And I guess that's to help prevent some of these matchmaking abuses that players, I guess, were using at the start of each season, dropping down, having a bad MMR, so they're facing easier and easier opponents. And these are changes that are coming in addition to what we've had with this past season, where as you reach the next tier or the next level, you're getting 5 ranks instead of 1. So the ranking hopefully gets better and better and feels better when we're playing this. But the devs do note that there's more work to be done. They think the current journey to reclaim a previous season rank is too difficult. And to that end, we're exploring changes to how many cubes are required per rank, how many bonus cubes are granted when a player reaches a new tier, and potentially how much of a reset is incurred each season. These numbers are actively being crunched right now, so we don't have more details to share, but rest assured, our goal is to deliver a satisfying seasonal experience for players who wish to get better at the game and see their rank increase as a result. And yeah, sometimes it does not feel good when you're playing, and you actually lose rank over that time. So hopefully, with some of these changes, we'll see some of that matchmaking improve. We also seen a lot of feedback regarding matching by MMR, why simply we don't match by rank. This team has been weighing the positive and negative of both of these options. In a pure match by rank situation, it could lead to an awful start of season experience as players are matching up against opponents who are far superior to them. However, we're exploring alternative ways of matchmaking to try to deliver a more satisfying overall experience. As there are some upsides to matchmaking by rank, we have some ideas that we can capture the best of both worlds, and we'll be trying out updates to the matcher in the future season. We'll be absolutely sharing these details, and you will hear more about it soon. And now we talk about these card acquisition improvements, because it seems like an improvement if you're outside of Pool 3, but if you're still in Pool 3, doesn't seem like it's a big improvement. So they're giving more tokens, which is good. Increasing the amount of tokens earned on the collection level track for all players who have not collected Series 4 and Series 5 cards. Starting at collection level 500, players will be earned 200 to 600 tokens in the collector caches and collector reserve, regardless of whether they have Series 3 or not. So that is an increase for everybody. That is a good thing. This increase of 4 times for players who have not yet completed Series 3. Once a card series incomplete caches that would have contained a card for that series, and they will now replace by 100 tokens. All these changes result in more tokens for more people, and I think that is good. This is where the problem starts to choose your cards. Series 3 cards now have their own section in the shop. Once per season, players who have not completed Series 3 would claim one free Series 3 card to help them fill out their favorite deck. So my understanding of this by some of the additional dev comments is that you could pin that, and then once the season is over, you'll get that card, and that is it. That is the only Series 3 that you'll be able to acquire through the token shop during that season. Now you can save your tokens for Series 4 and 5. You won't have to wait for these patches to get more Series 4 and 5 cards. But I think still, if you're not out of Pool 3, I think it would still be more beneficial for the old system to acquire Pool 3 cards until you're done with Pool 3. Because, you know, a lot of these Pool 4 and 5 cards take a lot of these Pool 3 cards to work. And if you're not out of Pool 3, you don't have those cards, then really those Series 4 and 5 cards aren't too beneficial. So I hope they look at this card acquisition and make it easier for new players to start the game and get these cards in their deck. Also, it's changing some infinite rank once you get up to infinite. For most of us, the climb to infinite rank has been our peak achievement. We have great news. We're completely revamping infinite ranks. Our experience doesn't end at infinite. It's just the beginning. We want to create an exciting, fair battleground for our most skilled players complete on the infinite rank leaderboard. Once players reach infinite rank, they're separated into their own ecosystem that will highlight two important numbers: the skill rating score. This score is your personal skill rating score, similar to your matchmaking rating. You want to see how your skill rating changes after each match. If you're more interested in increasing your personal skill level from season to season, this is the number for you. Also going to be some changes to the leaderboard. Well, now you're going to find out who the best player is. There's a leaderboard number based on the ranking order of each infinite player's skill rating score. So you can see who the best players in Marvel Snap are. And there's also some things that are in developments. Things in this feature are actively being developed, iterated, improved on soon. And so these are things coming down the road. So some fun things that are still in development. It's a PC widescreen user interface, which I'm looking forward to. Some smart decks, avatars and titles by decks, a personalized shop, and global matchmaking. All those things are good. And then some things that are more in concept. These are things that are further down the road here. And these are things like guilds, social systems, collectible emotes and emoji cards, mythic variants, PC controller support, seasonal audio, and test deck mode. I do like that test deck mode, and they describe it a little bit more here. Where's unranked mode? What is this test mode? We want players to want a quick, easy way to try out new decks or strategies. Since before global launch, we've been talking about that idea of unranked mode as a solution to that problem. But as we explored this feature, we found that unranked mode comes with some not so great additional challenges. We set out to reimagine what this feature could be, and test deck mode evolved from there. We're considering adding a deck button to the deck editing screen that will let you instantly hop in and a low stakes game against a computer. We're still in early stages of concepting here, but would love to hear your thoughts on new plans. I do like this. I'd love to test out new decks. However, with the current ranking system and your punishment if you lose too much or are not familiar with the deck and snap at the wrong time and everything like that, it seems limiting that you want to play one deck over and over. So I'm looking forward to this test deck modes. We could try different decks and see how they work against the AI. And that is it, guys. That is all we have today. There's a lot of stuff coming up in Marvel Snap. Hopefully the devs look at this Series 3 card acquisition and revisit that, but I'm excited about everything else in this update, guys. Let me know what you're most excited about. I'll see you guys next time. We'll be back normally in the studio tomorrow, back on the normal schedule. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Snap content. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.